So the effective annual year or annual yield says if I take the money that I have in my account at the end of the year, and this is after I've compounded a bunch of times, so I've earned money, and I compare it back to the amount of money I started with at the front of the year, I can actually come up with the effective rate that I actually got. So even though the money's growing at one rate, because you're earning money on the interest you previously earned, you actually earn a little bit more than the annual yield rate. So the effective annual yield, we say, is it comes from solving the equation above for R. It's 1 plus the annual percentage rate divided by n, all raised to the n minus 1. So let's look at the annual yield for the example in the previous problem. And so this should actually say example 4. So we want to round our answers to 4 decimal places. So my new formula, EAY, is 1 plus the rate in the previous problem was 2%. And I want to check it out for these 3 values of n. So I can come back to my calculator and I can go into my y equals and I can change my model. So my model is 1 plus 0.02 divided by n raised to the n, and then I'm going to subtract 1. So once again, I'm going to adjust my window. I'm only going out to 52, so we're going to take this from 0 to 60, and then I'm going to zoom fit. There it goes. So there's my graph. So now I can go to second calculate and I can enter values. So when it's 1, I just pick it back 0.02. So if they want you to round to 4 decimal places, R is 0.02, right? But they actually want this in, if they want it in percentage form, this is the decimal rate as a decimal. But if we are asked to convert it to a percentage, right, we multiply by 100, so that would be 2.000%. So pay attention of how they want the final format of the answer. If I put in 12, I get 0.02018,436. And if I convert this to a decimal by multiplying by 100, I get 2.0184%. If I check it for 52, right, and by the way, if we were told to round the rate to 4 decimal places, right, we would get this. But if we actually convert it to percentage, you convert, then round to the 4th decimal place. So for 52, I get 0.02019742. If I'm asked to round this to 4 decimal places, 1, 2, 3, 4, I would still get 0.0202. But if I'm asked to take it to a percentage, you convert first. Oops, sorry, so that's 2.0197, and the digit after that is a 4, so we would just keep it a 7. So 2.0197%. So if you're going to convert the raw number, then round. If you're told to just give the rate in decimal form, you write it out and then round to the required digit. So there's several practice on your own problems for this section. Try those, and I'll see you in a minute for 5.2.